Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. So Rutgers offense will get first crack at it today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Houston. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This crowd knows when to bring it. Wants to throw again. Under fire. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal, but instead they get a massive play.
Touchdown, Rutgers. Great job by the back on the option.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time.
Oh, a lot of space. The 30, at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's open on the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Deep zone coverage here by the defense. Looking downfield on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Prince. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Rides to back and leaves it. Sweet cut there. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Scarlet Knights, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Scarlet Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Stevenson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback extends the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to fire. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Looking for space. It's Rodgers.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. A strike downfield. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Complete to the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Houston. It's a seam wide open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with a tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give on the inside. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Scarlet Knights are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. He's not afraid to go deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Prince. Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Looking for the score. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
And he puts through the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. And look at him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Prince. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And 35-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stevenson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Prince. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires it incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Houston. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Stevenson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. He'll do it himself. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pocket breaking down.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the...
Going for it all. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Slips a tackle and wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Scarlet Knights will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. First down, 10 yards to go. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Prince.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Scarlet Knights are flying down the field. They just keep firing. Looking to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Looking for more room. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Second down, he'll throw it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Short gain on the play before he slides. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he's going to have to get in. Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the day, man. You've been getting beat all over the place. You're trying to make the score a little bit closer, maybe fight back in, maybe get competitive. Even your field goal unit isn't performing well. It's just not your day, dog.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've...
Turning it on! The 20! Touchdown, Ohio State! Once he got some room, it was over.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. Kevin Connors, what's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Illinois.
He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. 1st down and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stevenson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Smashes ahead. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Motion from the wideout. Quick completion to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The give to the tailback. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. The Scarlet Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Stevenson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Scarlet Knights are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. White going to attack through the air. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got a man. It's Bell. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over UCLA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. White wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Slithers into space. Continues to fight for yards. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the...
Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
The Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. White going to attack through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. On the move at the 30. Running free. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. White wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. The Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll give it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll move the wide receiver. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.